turned out. Yeah, she turned. Hey. Hey, yo, what's good, you guys? Y'all already know who it is, man. It's Boomer with Bolly Star, and today we're just getting into memes for ImDontai. Weird, creepy, and scary. You feel me? So, yeah, man, let's get straight on into it, man. Make sure to leave a like, below the video, subscribe if you're new, join up with the all-star gang up in this thing, and let's get straight on into it, man. Let's go.
All hands.
Yes.
The colors high. Heave ho.
Halloween special coming soon. Wait, what? To you kids, this is why you always lock the door behind you.
Who is that? Get out of here! Get out of here! I don't worry, look.
With Netflix releasing their new series on Jeffrey Dahmer, I thought today would be the perfect opportunity to share with you all these eerily creepy home movies from the Dahmer family. The part of this specific home movie that makes me the most uneasy is when Jeffrey starts talking about his diet and how he needs to cut back on the McDonald's. The reason this creeps me out so much is because during this time in his life, he was actually cannibalizing his victims.
Well, I've been surviving mostly on McDonald's food. It's just so much easier just to pop into a restaurant. But,
Yeah.
like I've said before, it gets too expensive and I have to start eating at home more.
Most of the found footage is actually exactly what you would expect to see in a normal family's home movies. But once you realize that Jeffrey was actually in the middle of this killing spree while these films were made, it makes it a bit more sinister to watch. Especially when you pay attention to how happy his family is to see him.
You're not to confront. Jump him.
Disturbing things caught in elevators. More than an elevator failing, many people fear being trapped in one. People are afraid of this happening for meter seconds, but what about 41 hours? That's what happened to Nicholas White, whose elevator got stuck in the middle of its trip. 41 hours, and there was nothing he could do to help himself. Quickly, he begins to run around erratically. At about 4 hours, the man lies down, waiting to see what happens next. We can see maintenance trying to get him in the other elevator shots. By 20 hours, they've made no real progress. The man begins messing with things from his pockets before opening the doors. At about 34 hours, he climbs, seemingly looking for another way out. Clearly not satisfied or otherwise unable,
almost 2
he continues his
days.
cycle of laying down, running around, pacing, prying the doors open, and so much more. Before the 41-hour mark, he's finally released from this unfortunate circumstance, and they block the elevator off from further use.
This video of a tornado crossing a lake in Florida is absolutely surreal. This is some of the best footage I've ever seen of a tornado. Never seen from this close. Risky, but great job. Hopefully everyone was okay.
Think think those are called like
Let's see if we can.
cyclones or something.
Oh my god, it's a tornado.
Yep, there goes.
Oh shit, call it
Take that.
Honey, that's a tornado now. Look
It's
at
a
it.
water spout.
It's a tornado.
It's come ashore. There it is.
Oh my gosh, so scary. Send it
Look
to
at
me.
that house is on fire.
Yeah, it's happening on the body of
Look
water.
at that.
I think
Crap. Oh my god!
so cool. Whoa. Yeah, I think those are called typhoons or cyclones or something. When it happens over a body of water or on islands in the East Pacific. East, west? Where the Polynesian islands are. All around that area, Indonesia.
I'm coming.
That's cool. Not cool. Not cool.
Dark side of Reddit. This picture contains Reddit posts from the least disturbing to the most, and we're starting with tier 6. Today I f***ed up by admitting to my girlfriend that I pretend
Wait, what is this?
of Reddit. This picture contains Reddit posts from the least disturbing to the most, and we're starting with tier 6. Today I post
Let's see your pictures.
the dark side of Reddit. This
Oh, wow.
picture contains Reddit posts f***ed up by admitting to my girlfriend that I pretend she is a giant cockroach when we have sex. Ever since I was a teenager, I've had very intense fantasies about having sex with a giant roach. Really gives a whole new meaning to the word cockroach. OP his balls to prove a point. 4 years ago, a guy from Croatia posted this image claiming he had found a homemade electric chair. Now, people in the comments didn't exactly believe him, so he did the only logical thing. Man used the chair to electrocute his balls and proceeded to upload a picture of them. I came home to find this in my driveway. And while people in the comments were concerned, they all agreed, open that shit. Well, he did, and inside was a key along with coordinates to a cemetery in Germany. If you want to go down this iceberg yourself, click the link in my bio and you can explore.
So whatever happened to Jeffrey Dahmer's apartment at the Oxford Apartments? If you don't remember, this is where Jeffrey Dahmer was eventually caught, and this is where they found all of the gruesome discoveries associated with Jeffrey Dahmer. It's absolutely eerie to look at photos of his apartment and consider what they found in there. But what happened to the building, the Oxford Apartments building? Well, obviously after investigators discovered what they did in Jeffrey's apartment, the place was stained forever. And so shortly after all this happened, the apartments, the entire complex, they were demolished. And nowadays, all that's left is this patch of grass where the apartments once stood. It's got to be eerie living in one of these units and knowing exactly what happened right here.
Do you remember seeing this photo? This is Austin Hariff. He was a college student and frat member who was involved in this horrible incident where he attacked a couple at random and chewed the face off of the husband. So at the time, Austin was a 19-year-old freshman at Florida State, and everything seemed really normal, not out of the ordinary. So he eventually goes back and he's living with his family just west of Palm Beach when one night, when they're all out to dinner, he unexpectedly gets up from the table and leaves the restaurant. Kind of insane to think this, but the whole exchange is caught on camera. There were definitely signs that something was going on with him, as he reportedly believed he was half man, half horse. So he travels down the street in the dark, and for an unknown reason, he finds this couple just sitting outside of their garage. Next thing that anybody knew, there were these horrific screams coming from this driveway, and someone called 911. Austin had badly beaten them and used a weapon on them, and was found to be eating the face off of the husband when police arrived. They almost had to end him, as they couldn't even get him off with a taser.
Why would NASA hide this astronaut's terrifying story? Leroy Chiao, an American astronaut who served as the International Space Station's commander for 6 months in 2005, has stated on record that it would be the height of conceit to think that we are the only species operating in the stars. He was working on the International Space Station, 230 miles above the planet, installing antennas and radio gear when he saw something that puzzled him. He claimed to have seen a line of lights that were arranged like an upside-down knife swish, even though he was an experienced astronaut. I saw them all fly by, and I thought it was rather unusual, he told the press. What was it that Shell might have seen up there? And why was it so difficult to explain?
Did you know that this man in the photo decapitated a woman and mounted her head on a stick in the woods? If not, then you might want to hear this. On July 12, 2021, a teenager was wandering through the Greenbelt River Trail Park outside of Mitchell, Iowa. Everything was calm and peaceful until he suddenly came across a human skull impaled on a stick. Police were immediately called in, and after examining the skull, they determined that it belonged to a 29-year-old woman named Angela Nicole Bradbury. Investigators quickly began to retrace Angela's last known steps, and after a year, the clues led them straight to a 23-year-old man named Nathan Gilmore. When the police executed a search warrant for Nathan's home, they found a bizarre drawing in his living room depicting a satanic goat's head in the shape of a pentagram. But in this specific picture, it also had the written numbers showing the date of when Angela was last seen alive, as well as the GPS coordinates for where her body was found. And the crazy part is that Nathan would have gotten away with his murder if he hadn't sent a series of Snapchat messages threatening his ex-girlfriend's male friend that he also ended up like the body they found in Mitchell, and that the bubbling noise blood makes when air passes through the hole in the neck before it reaches the mouth makes him hard.
Come on, man. Nah, son. I ain't gonna do this shit. I ain't gonna do this.
Observe my signals. 1 pull on the tube means half a fathom slack. 2 means the tube is kinked, likely on the gunnel. 3, pull me up. If water floods the suit, it'll be exponentially harder to lift me and exponentially more urgent, so all of you be ready on the line. There should be a surgeon here.
They're just below, Mr. Collins. Proceed.
You're a pilgrim to the deeps. And remember, God lies in all realms.
Why drag a monkey into this? Make the monkey feel such pain. I'm losing his possible master. Oh, they sent him to hunt something? Oh no, I don't like this. The fuck is that? The body. The heck is that thing? Alright, you guys, so that was memes for ImDontai. The weird, creepy, and scary, bro. Yeah. I mean, y'all practically see me, you feel me? But y'all let me know your thoughts about that in the comment section down below, man. Y'all know it's Boomer Bali Star, man. Make sure to leave a like, explode the video. Subscribe if you're new. Join up with the All-Star gang up in this thing. And yeah, man, I'm going to catch y'all in the next one. 100. Oh!
Know that the revolution shall be televised. Shall be televised. The revolution shall be televised. Shall be televised. The revolution shall be televised. Shall be televised. The revolution shall be televised. If you know too much, get wiped out, wiped out. If you miss your shot, then read.